Key 1. Stoic your life is an echo of your thoughts. When you change your mindset, you shift your entire reality. It's staggering to realize that a staggering 85% of people struggle with low self-esteem because of negative self-talk at some point in their lives. That's a massive number, enough to make anyone stop and wonder, what's really going on inside our minds? Today, we're diving deep into a challenge that's as difficult as it is transformative, eliminating negative thinking. This isn't simply about silencing that inner critic. It's about giving ourselves the power to lead lives that are not just full, but meaningful. The wisdom of Stoicism offers profound insight into our thought patterns. These thoughts aren't just quiet murmurs in the background. They're the commanding voices shaping our happiness and our suffering. The Stoics remind us that while we can't always control the external world, we absolutely have control over how we perceive it. Stoic philosophers weren't just thinkers. They were warriors of the mind, mastering their thoughts and emotions with reason, clarity, and inner peace. Today, I'm here to guide you through understanding the powerful impact of negative thoughts and show you practical Stoic strategies to counter them. Together, we'll learn how to channel the immense power of our minds to create a life that isn't shackled by negativity, but powered by wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. If you're feeling skeptical, I invite you to stay with me. This could challenge some of your deepest held beliefs, but it will also open the door to a whole new realm of personal growth. So, let's explore together how we can break free from the chains of negativity and cultivate a mindset that not only empowers us, but transforms our reality. Negative thinking isn't just a momentary bad mood or an occasional nuisance. It's a pervasive issue that can undermine every area of our lives. From how we feel when we wake up to the choices we make about our health, careers, and relationships, these negative thoughts can paralyze us. But at its core, what is negative thinking? It's the persistent habit of expecting the worst, sabotaging our own efforts, and often believing we're less capable or deserving than we actually are. Why do we fall into this trap? The Stoics believe that it's not the events themselves that disturb us, but how we interpret them. As Epictetus wisely said, it's not things themselves that disturb us, but our interpretations of them. This perspective is key to understanding why negative thinking takes root. It's not the objective reality that holds us back. It's the lens through which we view it. The way we interpret events shapes how we experience them. Renowned psychologist Carl Jung also explored this idea. He suggested that much of our negative thinking comes from unconscious beliefs. He said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you'll call it fate. By becoming aware of these unconscious biases, we can start to dismantle their power over us. Think about how negative thinking affects your daily life. When faced with a challenge, these thoughts often make us feel like we've already failed before we even start. It's like rowing a boat with all your strength, but not realizing you're still anchored to the shore. No matter how hard you try, you're not going anywhere. Stoicism offers us the tools to critically examine our thoughts. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius encourages us to reflect on our thoughts with scrutiny and reject those that are irrational or unhelpful. This kind of self-reflection allows us to distance ourselves from harmful thinking patterns and regain control of our mental landscape. Understanding where negative thinking originates is crucial. It's not just about spotting bad habits, but uncovering the deeper roots that shape our beliefs and influence our mindset. These thoughts often stem from various sources: our upbringing, societal pressures, past failures, and even casual remarks from those around us. These experiences plant seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation, which grow into a persistent negative mindset. From a young age, many of us are exposed to environments that don't nurture healthy self-esteem. Imagine a child constantly told they're not smart enough, or an educational system that only celebrates perfection. These experiences mold our view of ourselves, making it difficult to see our true potential. As Aristotle wisely said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. When applied to the mind, this means that repeated negative thoughts become a habit of perceiving ourselves and our abilities through a limited lens. Failure and rejection only reinforce these negative narratives. Every setback or criticism whispers, "I knew I couldn't do it." Over time, these thoughts evolve into self-fulfilling prophecies. Not because we lack the ability to succeed, but because we begin to act in ways that confirm our negative beliefs. Plato's idea that reality is created by the mind holds significant relevance here. By examining and challenging our interpretations, we can reshape the foundation of our thoughts. This shift can dramatically alter how we experience life and the opportunities before us. Fear also plays a significant role in fueling negative thinking. While fear is a natural protective response, it often spirals into excessive worry and anxiety, clouding our judgment. Fear of failure, the unknown, and rejection can all lead to catastrophic thinking, where we imagine the worst possible outcomes. Stoicism offers a powerful antidote, the practice of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves visualizing the worst-case scenario in detail to reduce its emotional impact when, or if, it actually happens. By consciously acknowledging our fears, we weaken their hold on us and regain the ability to take action. Overcoming negative thinking isn't just about silencing the inner critic. It's about understanding its origins, questioning its validity, and replacing it with rational, constructive thought. Stoicism teaches us that by mastering our thoughts, we master our perceptions and ultimately our lives. The goal isn't to eliminate negative thoughts, but to challenge them, examine them, question their accuracy, and replace them with more constructive alternatives. This Stoic approach isn't about surviving negativity. It's about thriving despite it. Remember, every thought we choose to entertain and every thought we decide to challenge is a step toward the life we truly want to create. By mastering our inner dialogue, we unlock new possibilities, leading to a life filled with greater fulfillment and purpose. Key 1. Stoic in today's world. We cannot ignore the weight of societal and cultural pressures. We live in a society where scarcity and competition often dominate the narrative. These pressures lead to high, almost unreachable standards and can cause us to constantly compare ourselves to others, leaving us feeling as though we're never enough. This cycle of comparison can be toxic, causing frustration, anxiety, and a sense of inadequacy. But what if we could shift this focus? Stoicism offers a powerful antidote, encouraging us to turn our attention away from external validation and focus instead on internal virtues. The Stoics teach us that success is not measured by how we stack up against others, but by our personal growth and the cultivation of virtues such as resilience, wisdom, and self-control. These inner qualities are timeless and can act as the foundation for lasting fulfillment. Negative thinking doesn't have a simple origin. It's shaped by a complex mix of personal history, emotional experiences, ingrained fears, and societal messages. But we don't have to be ruled by these negative thoughts. Stoic philosophy, alongside modern psychology, teaches us how to control our perceptions and reactions to life's challenges. By taking responsibility for how we respond to our thoughts, we can break free from the cycle of negativity and begin to rebuild our mental framework. This process is empowering, giving us the tools to reshape our minds and cultivate a positive, resilient mindset. Renewing your mind isn't just a quick fix or a fleeting attempt to think positively. It's a profound transformation of your internal dialogue, a shift from merely surviving life to truly thriving. The Stoic philosophers were masters of this discipline. Through consistent self-reflection and intentional thought shaping, They learned how to develop mental resilience and peace. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This insight reminds us that renewal starts by taking control of our thoughts, scrutinizing them for accuracy, and aligning them with our deepest intentions and values. The journey to self-awareness is central to this process. As Aristotle famously said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. By diving deep into our thought patterns, we can begin to discern which thoughts serve us well and which ones undermine our efforts. This introspection isn't about denying our emotions. It's about understanding them, managing them, and ultimately mastering them. Carl Jung's wisdom also complements Stoic thought, offering insights into how we can engage with our negative thoughts. Jung argued that what we resist persists. So instead of fighting against negative thoughts, Stoicism teaches us to acknowledge them, analyze their origins, and assess their truthfulness. By doing so, we prevent these thoughts from taking root and growing unchecked in the darkness of our subconscious. Renewing the mind also means immersing ourselves in materials and activities that nurture positivity and growth. Whether through reading challenging philosophical texts, engaging with inspiring art, or simply spending time in quiet reflection and meditation, we can expose ourselves to new perspectives that replace the old, unhelpful narratives. Socrates advocated for living an examined life, a life of continual self-reflection, and this practice is essential to keeping our minds agile and aligned with our values. Plato also believed in the importance of aligning with ideals, such as justice, beauty, and goodness. In much the same way, renewing our minds is about aligning our thoughts with the highest versions of ourselves. By aspiring to these ideals, we build a self-concept that is grounded in wisdom, compassion, and strength. To put this into practice, we can start each day with a simple affirmation or Stoic reflection that sets the tone for the type of thoughts we want to nurture. Whether it's a reminder from Epictetus on the power of our responses or a mantra from Jung about embracing our inner strength, these daily practices are the building blocks for a renewed mind. And just as important as our inner work is the environment we create around us. Stoic wisdom urges us to choose wisely the company we keep and the environments we inhabit. As Seneca advised, associate with people who are likely to improve you. Surrounding ourselves with positive, inspiring individuals and engaging with uplifting media helps foster a mindset rooted in growth and resilience. Aristotle, in his exploration of friendship, spoke of the three types of relationships: those of utility, pleasure, and the good. The highest form of friendship is the friendship of the good, relationships built on mutual respect and a shared striving for virtue. These are the relationships that challenge us to become the best versions of ourselves. Moreover, Plato's allegory of the cave teaches us about the transformative power of expanding our environment. Those who are trapped in the cave only see shadows of reality, but when one escapes and sees the world outside, they gain a new understanding of what is possible. Similarly, by expanding our environments to include positive influences, we can change our perspectives and elevate our understanding. Carl Jung's concept of the collective unconscious also sheds light on the importance of our surroundings. The archetypes present in our shared cultural experiences shape how we perceive ourselves and the world. By consciously choosing environments that support our goals and values, we can foster positive archetypes, those that embody strength, self-actualization, and wisdom. In practical terms, surrounding ourselves with positivity means more than just being around cheerful people. It involves engaging with content that aligns with our values, participating in communities that encourage growth, and being mindful of the media we consume. It also means creating an environment at home and work that reflects the virtues we hold dear, whether through a clean, organized space or through symbols and reminders of our philosophical commitments. As Seneca said, hang on to your youthful enthusiasms. You'll be able to use them better when you're older. By consciously surrounding ourselves with positivity, we are cultivating those enthusiasms that align with our better nature. Enthusiasms that will continue to enrich our lives and empower us to live with purpose. Key 1. Stoic our actions are the true reflection of who we are. They speak louder than words or intentions. The Stoics teach us that just understanding or planning for change isn't enough. We must take deliberate, consistent actions to transform our lives. As Epictetus wisely said, first, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This simple yet profound guidance emphasizes a crucial Stoic principle. Our ideals must be reflected in our deeds, not just in our thoughts. Living according to Stoic philosophy means actively practicing the virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation in every moment. It's about making choices, big and small, that align with these values, no matter the circumstances. By doing so, we begin to rewrite our inner narrative, shifting from one of self-doubt to one of empowerment. In essence, Stoic action allows us to challenge the negative thoughts that tell us we are incapable or unworthy, replacing them with proof of our own strength and capability. This active pursuit of virtue is not just a Stoic concept, but a central theme in other philosophical traditions as well. Aristotle, in his Doctrine of the Mean, emphasized that virtue is not merely a state of mind, but a state of character, formed through habitual action. To be just, we must perform just actions. To be brave, we must act bravely. It is through these repeated actions that we shape our character and grow into our ideals. Plato's philosophy echoes this idea through his theory of forms, which suggests that true knowledge leads naturally to right action. If we know the good, we must do the good. So, by aligning our actions with Stoic virtues, we bring ourselves closer to Plato's ideal of the good, lifting not just our minds, but our entire being. Carl Jung, too, underscores the importance of action in the process of individuation, integrating the conscious and unconscious parts of ourselves. For Jung, growth happens not through idle reflection, but through engagement with the world, which challenges our old frameworks and forces us to evolve. He put it bluntly, you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Our actions, therefore, reveal our true character and emotional maturity. Taking Stoic action means more than merely resisting negative thoughts. It's about actively embodying the virtues that define us. Whether it's choosing to speak with kindness in a heated moment, facing a long-standing fear, or offering forgiveness to someone who has wronged us, each act is a step toward becoming the best version of ourselves. Moreover, Stoic action isn't just about navigating positive moments. It's about facing life's difficulties as opportunities for growth. The Stoics believe that every challenge is an arena where we can practice virtue. Instead of avoiding hardship, we embrace it, knowing that it's through these trials that we strengthen our resilience, patience, and commitment to our principles. In practical terms, Stoic action might look like setting daily goals that reflect our values, volunteering to foster justice and kindness, or engaging in practices like journaling and meditation to cultivate self-control and reflection. These actions not only counter negative thinking, but also build a more virtuous, grounded self. Words, too, hold great power in Stoicism. The Stoics recognize that how we speak shapes not only our reality, but also our internal world. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of using our words with virtue, speaking honestly, with restraint, and with kindness. Epictetus reminded us to first understand the meaning of our words before we speak, recognizing their capacity to build or destroy the inner citadel of our minds. Aristotle's concept of ethos, pathos, and logos further illustrates the persuasive power of speech. Through effective communication, we don't just share information. We influence, persuade, and shape the world around us. Our words can create connections, inspire change, and build trust. Carl Jung also acknowledged the unconscious power of language, noting that our words often reveal hidden psychological truths. When we bring unconscious impulses into conscious awareness through dialogue, we integrate different parts of our psyche, leading to greater health and self-awareness. On a personal level, the words we speak to ourselves are just as impactful. Negative self-talk can erode our confidence and hinder our growth, but positive self-talk grounded in Stoic virtues empowers us to live in alignment with our values. This practice of affirming our own strength and resilience is an important tool in transforming our mindset and reinforcing our commitment to self-improvement. By embracing the power of words, whether in our internal monologue or external conversations, we can shape our character and our world. Every word carries weight, either building us up or tearing us down. In this way, Stoic philosophy teaches us that both our actions and our speech are essential in creating a life that is virtuous, purposeful, and aligned with wisdom. As we continue this journey of growth and self-improvement, let us be mindful of the power of our words and actions to shape our reality and inspire others. Through deliberate action and conscious communication, we create a ripple effect of positivity that impacts not only ourselves, but also those around us.